because of the chance of more showers. Topper, what are you seeing on the radar?
Got a couple thunderstorms now to the west, Bruce. We get rid of one little batch, which is now rolling through southern Maryland, but we see some growing storms out toward Hagerstown and Winchester along I-81. Now, nothing severe with these storms out to the west. Heck, we'll zoom in a little bit. Some heavy rain possible, though. No doubt about that. Just to the north of Winchester, see that little red dot there? That's pretty heavy rain. Rainfall about 1 inch per hour. That's actually going to move northeastward, sort of up the west side of I-81 toward Martinsburg, probably hitting Martinsburg at about 7:29 as it moves through DeHaven and Gerardstown. Now down to the south, these were pretty heavy earlier, and there were some warnings on these storms. Now they're about to exit into the bay. Still some heavy rain down toward Prince Frederick and Mechanicsville and down toward Solomons, and still some very heavy activity down toward Reedville. There was a severe thunderstorm warning on that storm, and just south of Reedville there was a tornado warning. I tweeted that earlier for Northumberland County. That has now since expired. Now, in terms of what's headed our way tonight, 9 o'clock, just some light showers, essentially. Temperatures back in the upper 50s, low 60s, so taking a walk after dinner, probably need an umbrella. And then by 10 o'clock, the heaviest activity is still lingering back to the west. It's a little bit warmer to the west and a little bit more unstable. Otherwise, we're just looking at some light showers downtown, upper 50s, low 60s. 11:30, some activity out toward Leesburg. Temperature 60 there, 60 in Sterling, and 60 in Culpeper. By morning, more showers. Nothing heavy in the morning, but enough for a yellow weather alert and enough for a wet commute just about everywhere. We'll come back. We'll talk about the prospect of yet another yellow weather alert on Thursday.
All right, Topper, thank you. Dramatic survivor stories are being shared this afternoon as people are still cleaning up from powerful storms that hit the area within the past 24 hours. Prince George's County Bureau Chief Scott Broom has the story of one man's extremely close call.
One of the more dramatic survivor stories after last night's storms comes from 71-year-old Lester Eccles of Largo.
I'm a blessed man, lucky and blessed, very fortunate.
Lester Eccles marveling this afternoon at the not-so-sturdy poplar tree that sliced his bedroom in two and landed directly on his bed, hidden under that debris.
Yep, that's my bed. I'm thankful I wasn't in there. Nobody was hurt. A veteran, made it through Vietnam, made it through 9/11 in the Pentagon. And, hey, I wasn't in my bedroom last night, so I'm good.
Eccles had just left to run an errand when the storms hit here at 9:30 last night.
This is the damaged room.
Daughter Jessica, in another room when it happened, didn't know her dad had stepped out.
And my parents' bed is right over here to the left. And I thought Dad was asleep in bed.
It was one of at least 3 life-threatening incidents in Prince George's that came with the storms. In Bowie, Alejandra Tolbar's house got hit.
I just have to thank God no one got hurt.
Mr. Eccles' home has been condemned as unsafe after these storms. He's counting on insurance to straighten that out. In Largo, Scott Broom, WUSA 9.
And we've got a similar situation in Virginia. Last night's hailstorm had kids excited. No frills for the parents, though. Following the hailstorm, a Woodbridge, Virginia woman found dozens of dents and dings all over her brand new car, a Honda Accord, just 6 days off the lot.
It's very frustrating since I've gone through all this stuff trying to find a brand new car, and now I've got to take it back to the shop, and we're taking it to the shop for the first time. And next time, maybe I'll buy a house with a carport or garage.
At least you can laugh about it. Jane Brock says she didn't realize all the damage that was done until after all the water evaporated this morning. The Prince William County Fire Department tells us their fire marshal vehicle also received damage.
It only lasted for about 3 minutes, and in that time, a Metro bus was hijacked on Minnesota Avenue in Northeast. The bus driver was assaulted, and the gunman got behind the wheel and struck and killed a pedestrian. Police say the hijacker fought with them after they finally got him off the bus.
When they uncuffed him, he was telling them to let him go. It seemed like he drunk or he high, you know, but he's crazy. I think he's very crazy.
Investigators are trying to determine what prompted that man to steal that bus. He is expected to make his first appearance in court tomorrow.
Tracking Metro right now. If the transit agency had simply followed its own procedures, the smoke disaster at L'Enfant Plaza would never have happened. That's one of the findings in the final NTSB report today into the incident that killed one woman and sent dozens more to the hospital. Bruce LaShan was there as the safety board hammered Metro for what it called a learning disability.
I'm Bruce LaShan at the NTSB in Washington. One NTSB board member says it is like Metro has a severe learning disability. It just does not seem to be able to learn from its past mistakes. In the last 33 years, the NTSB has issued 101 safety recommendations, and yet those same problems seem to keep recurring. With some of the victims looking on, the NTSB released what it says is the most likely cause of the deadly smoke crisis, a prolonged electrical short like this one, a short caused by ineffective inspection and maintenance, bad management, and inadequate safety oversight. Contributing to the toll, DC Fire's lack of preparedness. One NTSB member called it a comedy of errors, a litany of failures.
It is absolutely essential that these lessons be learned.
The NTSB says DC's Office of Unified Communications took 4 minutes and 19 seconds to turn around and dispatch the first 911 call. The national standard for that, 64 seconds. At the NTSB in Washington, Bruce Leshan, WUSA 9.
Wow. The NTSB wants the Federal Railroad Administration to take over safety oversight of Metro. It says the Railroad Administration has the power, the expertise to regulate, inspect, and enforce safety rules.
CSX says it is making progress at the site of Sunday's train derailment in Northeast Washington. The company says crews successfully completed the excavation of the soil that was impacted by a chemical leak near Rhode Island Avenue and 9th Street. The site is now being filled with clean material in preparation for rebuilding the railroad tracks that were damaged during the derailment of 16 cars. Metro is honoring MARC rail tickets while those repairs continue.
We've got breaking news right now in the race for president in the Republican primary. CBS News has projected Donald Trump the winner in the Indiana Republican primary. Again, CBS News is reporting tonight that Donald Trump is the winner in the Indiana Republican primary. We should also point out for election results from the campaign trail and up-to-the-minute results in tonight's Indiana presidential primaries and elsewhere. Download our free WUSA 9 app.
Coming up on WUSA 9, a prime attraction. Their politicians get low marks, but people are still flocking to see Washington.
Plus, it's one of the most iconic images ever from World War II, but there's new twists surrounding the Iwo Jima Memorial. Those stories and more just ahead.
Your chance to win a brand